What's up, y'all? I'm still out here at the range, as you can see back behind me, on a super nice sunny day. Perfect temperature out here in the 70s, so I've been trying to get some interesting stuff done, and we're gonna keep things rolling by testing out another 9mm that was sent to me. So we got the jelly contraption hanging out hard at work with the 2 chronos and a couple of blocks of gel. Now I've got y'all flipped around backwards here. This front block's full of some tracks from a couple other tests. This one here's only got a couple little sneaky peeks that came in here, so should have plenty of room. Now, unfortunately, I'm expecting probably not great things out of this, so we may have to take up some of this block, but I think we got plenty of room to get it done. Of course, like I always mention, I do use a heavy clothing barrier that's got a layer of denim, fleece, and 2 layers of cotton t-shirt. And what we got here is some 9mm that was sent to me from Jacob, so I really appreciate that. It's actually from a company I've never heard of before, Angelfire ammo. I believe they're out of Kansas, if I'm correct. What we got here is their 115 grain 9mm loaded with the XTP. And y'all could probably hear the tone of my voice. Here's the projectile here, brass case with that XTP projectile. Nothing fancy at all. XTP is just a very finicky, I've found in the testing that I've done. It really wants some nice velocity to do its thing. Calibers, certain calibers of it are just really hard to get along with. So I'm hoping this 9mm does well. As far as the velocity, it's not on the box. Now it is listed on their site, and Jacob actually sent it to me, but I totally left a little paper at home. So I'm not sure what these were moving. I'm hoping we getting some good enough speeds at least to make these XTPs do their thing. And of course, I'm testing them out of the usual here as far as 9mm goes. I've got my Canik Mete MC9 here with the 3.1-inch barrel. Now y'all notice no mag. I left the doggone mag at the house, but I should be all right just to run these round singles. So that's our shorty there. And then for our longer one here, we got the Glock 17 Gen 4 with the 4.5-inch barrel. So I really do hope these things perform well. I just don't have the best hopes for them. Maybe I'm being negative before even seeing the velocity, so I'll hold off judgment till then. But again, I just know an XTP, I don't have the highest hopes, but let's get this stuff set up and let's see if it can prove me wrong. All right, let's see how fast this stuff's moving, y'all. We're gonna do a round average from each one. I'll start with this MC9 first. Now, like I always mention, if you're not familiar with these videos, this lab radar gives you multiple velocities. The large numbers at the muzzle, the 5 across the bottom. The first one's set roughly where the gel is here at 3 yards, and then I've got 10, 15, 25, and 50. Let's see what we get out of this stuff. I'm gonna have to single feed these. Now, I'm only doing 3 round averages on both of these because I only got 10 rounds. He only sent me 10 rounds, so that'll leave me 2 of each for the jelly in case I mess up, you know. Let's see what we get here. This'll kind of make up my decision what I think about this stuff right here. Ooh, it's loud, I can tell you that. 1,088, so it's above 1,000, but just, let's get them things out of here. This is a pain in the tail. I'll make sure not to forget my magazine, I can tell you that. It is a little loud, 1,096. I don't know about these speeds with a XTP, y'all know how they are. And then 1,095, so definitely some consistent stuff. Let's check the average. All right, so our 3 round average right there was 1,093 feet per second. Extreme spread was 8 with a standard deviation of 4.3. So very nice and consistent stuff. 1,093 out of 115. I mean, it is just standard pressure. I definitely like to see more than that. Y'all know how I am. I want all the velocity I can get. Hopefully they'll still do all right. That XTP is really finicky. Let me get it reset and let's check out the G17. All right, 5 from the G17. See how much faster we get here. 1194, 1173. Oh, it was only 3. I thought, uh-oh, I didn't cycle. And 1184, so good bit faster right there. Let's check the average. All right, that definitely sped us on up there. So that time our 3 round average was 1,184 feet per second. Extreme spread was 21 and a standard deviation of 10.5. So 1184 here, and if you remember on the MC9, it was 1,093. So you're talking about 91 feet per second faster. So pretty significant difference. That's almost 10%. The G17, I think right at 1,200, it's probably going to do its thing in the gel. As far as the MC9, I'm just really not sure about that one. Y'all know how this XTP's got me it's got me sketched out sometimes. So hopefully both of these will do well. Let me get everything reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's in the arms of the angel jelly time. I'm gonna put 1 round of each into the gel, starting with this MC9. Really on the fence of what we're gonna see on this right here. Hopefully it don't go all the way through. I hope I'm just worrying too much. Let's see what happens. All right, good clean hit. Let me go see what I got. All right, looks like I was all worried down there for no reason. That one right there looks really nice. So this G17, I have no doubt this one's gonna do well after seeing that. Only problem is that one went a little bit lower than I wanted, so I'm gonna try to sneak this one over to the right just a little bit. All right, hopefully I got a good one right there. Let me go see what I got. All right, that one there is looking really good too, actually, and it is separated from that track, but it's super close. So since I got a couple extras, I'm just gonna send another one down here. This might be a bad idea because I might make things worse than they are down there. All right, I think that one should be good right there. Let's go see what we got. All right, let's check out what we got down here. That second one I sent, it actually did stay separated, but it's right behind these other ones, so you still can't hardly see it. I'm gonna give you some other angles to show you everything, but really the most important thing I think to know here is the penetration on these and that you got some expansion. So the first one was this one right here. These first two, the one on the bottom, that's the one from the MC9. As you can see, comes in here, nice expansion. Looks like it starts dumping out some cloth immediately, carries all the way through this first block into the second block, probably about 3 inches or so, and it looks like you got some expansion now. Nothing award-winning, but probably all you're gonna see out of an XTP 9mm. So then right up above that right here, that's the G17. Pretty much the same kind of deal. The disruption don't look as big, but you know, I've talked about that before. That's not a huge deal as far as judging performance of rounds like this, but goes all the way through here, just barely touches the edge of this first block, so you get a full 16-inch. In my opinion, that right there is absolutely perfect performance. You got that nice penetration and you got plenty of expansion for an XTP. And then since that one went so close and just that little small disruption, I know all people always talk about the size of the disruption, so really the reason I sent that one behind it from the G17 is just to show that this disruption is basically going to be about the same, and it really is. I'll show you from above, but from this angle here, it's kind of down below it and behind. You can see it. It keeps on trucking again through the entire first block, and just like this one here, it barely touches the end of this first block, or actually this one might have snuck in maybe 1/8 of an inch or so, but pretty much the same expansion as the other one. So as far as the penetration, the one on the MC9, you're actually exactly 19 3/4 inches, so very, very nice there. The G17, again, that one there is exactly 16, and this one here actually might have went 1/4 of an inch into that other one, so you got 16 1/4 from that one. And then here's your close-up look. Those two right there in the front, again, on the top G17, bottom MC9, you can definitely see a difference there. Follow them on through here. That right there is your G17. You can see the expansion on it, and then the MC9 right there. And then if we look from above here, that one on the top, looking at this view, that's that second one I sent through the G17. You can see a lot more disruption to look at in the gel, so it really doesn't mean a whole lot. You just want to see some nice penetration and know that there is some disruption and expansion going on. All right, y'all, let's check out these projectiles. Very, very nice looking stuff from all three of these. These two right here are from the G17. This is the MC9. Now, there's no doubt the G17 got more expansion. You can see how far down the base that everything peeled, and it's probably a little difficult to see on camera, but definitely in person here, I can see a larger amount of expansion on these two versus this. So let's get us some measurements and see what we got as far as weight. They both started at 115. I expect probably a little bit of loss. This one from the MC9 is 114.6, so maybe a crumb or two lost there. This first one from the G17, 113.2, so probably a couple little crumbs there. And then the other one from the G17 is 113.8, so about the same as the other G17. Probably a little bit of loss from both of them. And then as far as the sizes on them, we'll start with the MC9. You got 4.53 and 4.51, so really nice expansion right there from a short barrel. The G17s here, you got 4.58 and 4.69, and then the other G17, 5.08 and 4.60. So again, I think this is really nice expansion on all three of these, especially being that they're XTPs. And there you have it for the Angelfire ammunition, 9mm 115 grain, loaded with the XTP projectile. Very pleasantly surprised here. I'm happy to be proven wrong in this case. I just really didn't expect much. You know, I don't know how XTPs are. They are very finicky. They really want to be moving on pretty good, but in this case right here, they had what they needed to get the job done, and I personally wouldn't have any problem carrying these, especially since you can normally find XTP loads at a pretty good bargain. So again, in my opinion, just an absolutely great round to end the day of testing with. All right, y'all, another good 9mm performance in the book, so I think that's a great place to call it a day for the testing. But let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments. Anybody out there carry any of this Angelfire ammo in 9mm or any other caliber? Any of y'all out there in Kansas that know where this place is or have heard about this place before, maybe can even get it locally? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. If you did enjoy the video, as always, take a second to reach down and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you got your notifications turned on so you don't miss any good stuff that I upload. A reminder again to check out those affiliate links in the video description. If you're doing some shopping, anything you buy after hitting up them links down there, I get a kickback from them toward the channel, so I really do appreciate it. As always, a big thanks to all my Range Gang members and all of y'all for supporting the channel the way y'all do. I've had a lot of fun out here today. I've got one more thing still planned. I've got to go a little bit early and pick up a new tool on the way home from my local shop that I've really been waiting to come in, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.